Hello everybody, it's Annie from Annie C's Creations, and I'm back today to share with you another 3D collab with Lesley Bromfield. It's a year-long collab, and this time I created something a little smaller than what I created before. I created a boxed frame. This is out of cardstock, and I did it a little bit different this time. This is more in a mixed media look, and I'm going to share with you how what I did and the different products that I used on this. And the first thing I did was I just used a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, and I created the boxed frame. It was white. You can see on the back it's white, and on the sides I didn't do anything to the sides, but I did decorate it up with the front. And I used the Willow Lane Maggie Holmes paper again. Like I said, I've been trying to utilize a lot of the scrap papers that I have around here to do this collab. So what I did was I used that, and I also used the Jen Hatfield Along the Way paper. And I just created this boxed frame, and if anybody would like to know how to do it, there's so many tutorials online, and I found this one, I don't know, I wrote it down and I've just had it for so long, I don't even know where it came from, to be honest with you, but there is a lot of them online. And what I did was I took some of the paper and I cut it into strips, and then I cut it across and added it on here. I painted everything with some of this clear gesso first, the white frame, and I also painted the, painted it and painted the top paper, because I was going to do some mixed media on this, and you'll see it. I'll bring it up closer, but I used this clear gesso from Diane Wakely, and I painted everything with that first, and it doesn't do anything, doesn't hide anything, doesn't push anything back. It's just natural. So, but then I didn't like, because it was popping so much, I wanted it to be in the background. So then I applied a dry brush with some gesso on the back paper right here. You can see there is writing all over it. And this is from the Jen Hatfield collection, and I just added some white gesso, dry brushed it on to push that more in the back instead of it being popped up. And I also did the same around the edges with this paper here, which is the Maggie Holmes Willow Lane. And this paper, it just went together so well, and that's why I'm trying to use it up. I'm just trying to use it up and make a bunch of things out of it, and just get rid of it, because I had some left over and I didn't want to just get rid of it. I loved the paper itself, so that's why I ended up doing this. Then after I did that, I took some of the Distress Oxides, which are brand new to me. I have not played with these much, but I used the Distress Oxide Scattered Straw and the Speckled Egg. And I used a stencil, and I went around the box card here and a little bit in here with this Tim Holtz chevron, and I inked up some with this Distress Oxide Scattered Straw. And after I did that, I waited. Before I did that first, and then I took some of the flexible molding paste that I have right here, and I mixed that with some of the Weathered Wood Distress Oxide, and I used this stencil right here, which is a Tim Holtz, and I added some of the texture with the speckled remodeling paste right there in different spots. And then I came back and I used some of these little makeup sponges that you can purchase at the Dollar Tree or at Walmart. I'm not sure which one I got those at. And I used the stencils again, and I inked it up with some yellow and went back over in some spots. And that's how I got the edging decorated like that. And then after I did that, I took some of this archival ink, and this one is in chrome yellow and sky blue. And I used some of these Stamper Anonymous Tim Holtz mixed media stamps, and I stamped around the box some, and you can see here where I have some, and then in here you can see some where I've stenciled. So I combined those two inks with that. Then after I did that, I wanted to put some houses in here, so I also used this Delusion stamp. And I'm trying not to buy too much new stuff. I'm trying to use what I have. So I did, this stuff has all been in my stash. I probably have not played with it much, but I want to start doing some things with the stuff I have in my room. So I stamped it on a bunch of the Willow Lane paper, and then I paper pieced it. And I came up with these houses. And then I just started layering and layering. And all I use to layer is scrap pieces of chipboard that I have left over. And I just throw all my little pieces in here, and you can see I got tons of them. I just keep them all in here. And then I pull this out when I'm going to do some layering and I want to add some dimension to the box. You can see here how it has dimension. And you can see back there the foam squares popping it up. And I just kept layering and layering till I got the look. And I put this Home Sweet Home right here. I just printed that out on my computer, took a one of these little pins right here from Micron. I believe this is the one I used right here. They come in different sizes, and I just went around it and drew it, and it looks like it's stamped, but it's not. It came right off my printer, cut it out with my hands, my scissors, didn't cut it out with anything but my scissors, and put that on there. I also added this trim around the sides. I purchased this from the Dollar Tree. It comes in, I don't know, it's I don't know where it's at, to be honest with you. This was scrap in a scrap bin, and I just pulled it out and used what I had left in there. And I just added that around the whole box to give it a look, just to dress it up a little bit. And then on my flowers that I created, I used the Willow Lane paper. And then on these right here, I just took some green, I believe it was the pistachio, crackled pistachio. I forget which one it was. This is not the I don't know which one this is, to be honest with you. It was some that I had already painted in a scrap bin. I put a lot of my stuff when I work on things, and I cut a bunch of stuff out, and this is my scrap, and I throw things in here. And then when I'm creating, I'll pull out the different things that I'm going to use to decorate, and that's how I work on my projects. So it was in a scrap bin. I had, there's doilies in there. There's just all kinds of stuff. There is some of these that I've created that I'll use. And then there's different trims in here. And you can see this one right here has the extra trim in here that I had in there. And I just started pulling it out of here and using it. So that's how that came about, putting that on there. It was there, and I was trying to utilize it up. And then all of these little branches and things, like I said, that was a scrap piece of paper I had over there. I just ended up cutting and using a lot of these dies right here, these little branches. I used those and some of these right here from the spring foliage of Sissick. And then I use some of these right here out of this one right here. And it's just another way of using your dies, you know, that you don't have to use that. You just use pieces out of it. And a lot of times I'll take those and I'll just take it to the living room and sit down and cut out stuff. And then some of the flowers were cut out of this in Love Arts. I had made them for my balloon. I had extras. And then I cut out a couple of this one right here and put those on there. So this is what my box looks like. I really like the way it came out. And what I plan on doing is, I don't know if I'm going to give this away or if I'm just going to put it on a shelf in my room for decoration. If I were to give it away, I would make a box and then lay it in there. And then I would give it to somebody that just purchased a home, a friend or something, and write them a little note on the back and then give it to them in a box. So that is my project for the month of July, my final project. And I will be back again in August with a couple more projects. Please give me a thumbs up if you liked my video. I hope everybody has a great week, and thank you for stopping by. Bye-bye.